Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. So tonight I was about to make a dish for my family for Shabbos, for this coming Sabbath, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, why don't I share this with my friends, because it's easy, simple, delicious, and really you can make it either for Passover that's coming up, for Easter, for any time. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm thinking, I want to share a really powerful lesson with my friends, because we all know that we have challenges coming up, especially eating challenges in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. But let's start cooking so we could talk about the lesson as well. So we start out with we sprayed a little bit of oil on the pan. And I start with some spices. So we're gonna do chopped cilantro, frozen cubes. I'm making it a big amount because I'm gonna have company. So I'm gonna do about 4 cubes worth. Okay, to give it nice flavor. I'm also gonna do garlic, and I have 3 cubes in here. That's what's left. So I'm gonna do all 3 cubes of garlic. And there we go. Come out, great. Okay. And for this dish, I'm also going to do ginger. Okay. So, and let's do about 2 cubes of that. Okay. Now, the first ingredient, after we do this, and this is going to start sauteing all the different spices. Mushrooms go on next. Now you also want to make sure when you do mushrooms is that you don't put any other spices on top, not salt, not pepper, not anything else, because what happens then is mushrooms give off liquid. So you don't want to do that. You want to let them saute for a few minutes on its own. So while that's being done, and I'm actually gonna cover it so that it'll take a little shorter. So I'm just going to cover it with another pan for now, because that's what I have available. Okay, now while that's being done, let's talk about a really powerful lesson. Okay, so I'm very excited to introduce to you Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson. We refer to him lovingly as Dr. A. He's the founder of the Optavia Health and Wellness Program, and that's where I'm a health coach at. And thank God we have the privilege of helping lots and lots of people to get to their healthy weight and maintain it. Okay, so the most powerful lesson that I could share with you that I use very often is something called stop, challenge, and choose. So I'm going to come a little closer just to let you look. It's called stop, challenge, and choose. Okay, so this is something that I discuss very often with my clients, especially before they have a challenging event coming up. Could be a wedding, could be a family gathering, could be a social situation, and could be that it's, could be even, if you're driving in the car and somebody cuts you off. You can use this technique at any point. So the first part of stop, challenge, and choose is obviously stop. So I'm going to read it right from here. Stop and take a deep, slow breath to help bring your emotions under control. So how many of you could relate? You're at a gathering and you see something that one of those trigger foods that really speak to you. And without even thinking about it, you just want it and your hand is going to reach for it. This would be a really good time, speaking to myself, this really good time to just stop and think about what that is. Realize that's a trigger food. Stop, take a deep breath. Second part of stop, challenge, and choose is challenge. Challenge yourself by thinking about why you're feeling or acting the way you are. Could be you have had a stressful day. Could be you're tired. I know some of us get triggered by being tired. Could be you're bored. Could be you're a social eater and triggered by that situation. Could be you have nobody to talk to and therefore you just want something to occupy yourself with. So challenge. Why am I feeling or thinking the way that I am? And then the most powerful part of the whole thing is choose. Then choose the behavior that supports what you really want. Now, at one point or another, everybody decides, or it's really good to decide, what do you want? What do I want in my life? Do I want health? Do I want to be vigorous and invigorated? Do I want to be able to be positive and feel good about myself? Do I want to walk away from the table feeling blah and bloated and feel like I overate? Or do I want to walk away from the table saying, I'm proud of the choices I made? So stop, challenge, and choose is a really powerful technique. And I'm really excited to share it with you. Okay, let's see how the mushrooms are doing. And they did give us a little bit more water than I expected. Okay, so I'm going to just walk away for half a second because I want to drain some of this water. Because I think it was a little bit more. You know what, I'm going to just do this. Okay, perfect. All right, the next part, very easy and simple. Actually, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put curry. So what makes it curry is that basically curry powder. So put curry on the mushrooms. That's the next ingredient. I put a nice amount to cover the mushrooms to make them all yellow. Okay. Now the next thing I use is sea salt. And I like a little bit more kick to it, so I use Montreal steak seasoning. A little bit here and there. Okay, now stir that around. Okay, using a wooden spoon. Somebody mentioned to me the wooden spoons are much better, not to scratch your surface. And the last ingredient is fresh spinach. Washed, cut, checked, all that. Put it right on top. Okay. And I'm going to cover again. I'm going to cover it again. Sorry, just going to spill this out. Okay, cover it for another few minutes and let that cook down. Okay, that's it. It's going to cook for another 3 minutes and that'll be done. So, just to review, stop, challenge, and choose. In any situation, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson. And if you can get this book either through us. This comes with a textbook, and this is a companion guide with a workbook and a lot of different exercises. I think it also available through Amazon. And I would love to be able to answer any of the questions you have. So please feel free to reach out to me. Wishing everybody happy Passover, happy Easter, and healthy and happy choosing. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.